When Alicia Montejano's daughter walked into their Stockton, California home, she thought it would be another routine visit. Instead, she found a scene of unimaginable horror. Her mother and brother, beaten to death just days before Christmas. What followed was a manhunt for a killer who was all too familiar.
I was dying at the time. I couldn't breathe, and I still can't get the pictures out of my head.
This person took their lives and no remorse at all.
I want that person caught.
Alicia Montejano, 43, was a vibrant and devoted mother of 3. She was the kind of woman who brought warmth and joy wherever she went. Her 19-year-old son, Reuel Huerta, was her pride and joy, a thoughtful and kind young man with his whole life ahead of him. The family was close-knit, with deep roots in Stockton's community. Alicia and Reuel shared a bond that was more than just mother and son. They were confidants, friends, and partners in facing life's challenges. The days leading up to the holidays were meant to be a time of celebration, but for the Montejano family, they turned into a nightmare. On December 21, 2024, Alicia's daughter, Marissa Vigil, grew worried after not hearing from her mother or brother all day. She decided to check on them, hoping her concerns were unfounded. When she entered their Dartmouth Street home, what she found was nothing short of a horror scene. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. Alicia and Reuel lay lifeless, their bodies beaten beyond recognition. The air was thick with the stench of violence, and the silence was deafening. Marissa's screams alerted neighbors, who called the police. As investigators combed through the crime scene, they quickly realized there were no signs of forced entry. This pointed to one chilling possibility. The killer was someone Alicia and Reuel knew and trusted. Within hours, the investigation turned its focus on Alicia's boyfriend, 38-year-old Julio Ceasar Valdez. Described by family and friends as controlling and volatile, Valdez had a history of domestic disputes with Alicia. The relationship, once filled with promise, had deteriorated into a toxic and dangerous dynamic.
Trying to deep dive into why this homicide occurred, and so what we can tell you as of right now is it does appear to be a domestic dispute related.
Neighbors reported hearing loud arguments from the house in the days leading up to the murders. Yet, no one could have predicted the brutal violence that would follow. After committing the heinous crime, Valdez fled the scene, leaving behind a trail of grief and unanswered questions. Authorities believe he escaped in a gray four-door sedan, and a warrant was quickly issued for his arrest. The Stockton Police Department launched a massive manhunt, appealing to the public for information. They described Valdez as dangerous and urged anyone with knowledge of his whereabouts to come forward. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. A $10,000 reward was announced for tips leading to his capture. News of the murders sent shockwaves through Stockton. Alicia and Reuel were beloved members of their community, and their loss was felt deeply by all who knew them. A vigil was held on Christmas Eve, where family, friends, and neighbors gathered to remember the lives lost.
There's no words I could come up with that's going to bring my sister back or my nephew. But the horrific things he did to him and what he did to her is unthinkable.
The most loving and accepting person you will ever meet. She'll always keep a smile on your face and always make you laugh no matter what. That was my best friend.
Candles illuminated the night as Marissa spoke through tears, pleading for justice. My mother and brother didn't deserve this. Please, if you know where he is, help us find him.
If anybody knows or sees anything, please tell us or contact the police department, because this ripped a big piece of our hearts out. We want this man gone. We want this man caught.
The tragedy also reignited conversations about domestic violence and the silent suffering many endure. Advocacy groups have used the case as a rallying cry, emphasizing the importance of recognizing and addressing the signs of abusive relationships. As the days pass, the hunt for Valdez continues. Authorities remain vigilant, determined to bring him to justice. Meanwhile, the family faces the heartbreaking task of laying Alicia and Reuel to rest. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up to cover funeral expenses, and the community has rallied to support the grieving family. The tragedy has left scars that will never fully heal, but it has also united Stockton in its demand for accountability and justice. Alicia and Reuel's legacy is one of love and resilience, a reminder of the bonds that hold families together, even in the face of unimaginable loss. What drove Julio Ceasar Valdez to such brutality? Were there warning signs that could have prevented this tragedy? These questions linger as the investigation unfolds. For now, the Montejano family must navigate a painful path forward, clinging to the hope that justice will be served and their loved ones' memories will be honored. This heartbreaking story serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers of unchecked domestic violence and the devastating consequences it can have on families and communities alike. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.